So today I want to record a video about how I find one of the ways how I find undervalued companies. So one of the ways I do it is I go to finviz.com, and so basically I try to search by different industries, and I want to see their relative performance. So here, as we can see, I clicked on group and I clicked on industry, and I try to see how the industries are doing overall for the past year, for the past 6 months. So, for example, if I scroll down here, I can see that uh, half year relative performance for every single industry we have here. And so what I can see is that, um, for example, electrical and equipment parts lost at 11%, mortgage finance lost 14%, solar 24%, utilities 26%, and education and training services 46%. So 46% for the industry is a huge drop, which means that it has a potential there are some potential opportunities in this industry. So if I go here, if I click on this industry, I try to analyze all of those companies and try to find the best one to which can outperform the market in the next few months, in the next year or 2 years. So from my experience, the best way to really make money in the stock market is just to stick with your stocks. If you made a decision to and you found a good company that you think is undervalued, the best thing is just to hold it for the long term, and that's how you make the biggest money ever. But remember that it's also important that you don't invest everything you have. For example, I invest only about 20% of my total net worth, so I leave my cash on the side in case if something bad happens, then I can invest even more into better companies. But yeah, so I never risk everything I have. So, which is that. Another important point is that uh, if you read all the famous people, famous investors like John Templeton and, for example, Warren Buffett, you can see that all of them try to find discounts, right? It's the most important thing. If you see a good company, you want to, like, for example, CAGG, you want to try to uh, compare, for example, the PE ratio to other companies, how the sales are doing, what's the uh, liabilities, what's the debt, what's the return on equity, are they profitable, yeah, are the earnings per share keep on growing every year, and things like that. I mean, I will not dive too deep into this because it's a whole new level of financial experience you need, but some of the important things you need to compare is at least PE ratio, is the company profitable, are the sales growing, and things like that. It's like kind of like similar if you're trying to buy a house, you try to compare the prices in that specific area, how the prices were a few years ago, are they growing, uh, what's the basically the fair market value of the house, and like for example, are the materials in the house depreciating too fast or something like that. I mean, I'm not an expert in housing market, but it's very similar. So at least do a little bit of research in this area. So I believe that if we go back to all of those stocks, I believe that, for example, it's also important to use common sense. I believe that education, online education especially, will continue to grow even more and more because COVID changed a lot of things for a lot of people. So everyone is working remotely, and everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people are studying remotely as well. including universities, taking classes on Udemy and things like that. So I believe it has a huge potential. So for example, myself, I invested uh, in few companies in that sector already. I believe that there is a huge potential. So um, that's how that's one of the ways I find undervalued companies. Um, so yeah, so a few important points. As I said, you try to find undervalued sector like we did. You try to use your common sense, like what do you see the future is like for this industry? Is the industry dying, or it has a chance of continuing growing? And of course, you need to do some fundamental analysis, compare. You try to pick the best companies in that industry so they can really outperform the market. So this is one of the ways you can really find and invest in good growing stocks. And a lot of people think that investing is boring. You have to wait to make 20% per year and blah, blah, blah. But trust me, I invested in few companies and they really gave me a good return of 500 to 800% in few years of time, which is even day trading cannot do that if you do this, if you day trade every single day. So there is a huge potential in investing. If you invest in 5 companies and at least one company will jump 700%, you will be in good position. So thank you very much. Let me know if you have some questions. Leave a comment below. Subscribe to my channel. I will post more videos. And I'm also working on my website, which where I provide uh, technical analysis with some of the fundamental analysis. I will be posting that as well below that video. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Peace out.